Have you ever felt alone in the middle of a large group of people? Your body is there, but no one even notices you. Right next to you, they are talking, laughing, having fun, and maybe even asking you a fake question, but they turn away without even listening to your answer. I have experienced this. I can tell you sincerely, it's not about the tone of your voice. It's not about your popularity on social media, or how beautiful or handsome you are. Being the focus of attention is not about how you look. It is about the psychology of being. Because not every person attracts attention, or no one gives everyone their full focus. People focus on people they think are good for them. They give their attention to those who have a magnetic field full of awareness, emotion, and timing. But the good news is, this is not something you are born with. It is something that is acquired. It's a science, and it's something that can be learned if one wants to learn it. So by the end of the video, you will have learned it. Today, I want to take you on a little journey. This journey will be shaped by your view of yourself. How others see you will be shaped by how you see yourself. Because the moment you notice yourself, the people around you notice you. Now let's get to the bottom of the psychology of attention with you. I will show you 3 scientifically proven methods. When you learn these methods, people will want to listen to you when you start talking. When you move, their eyes will be on you. When you leave the room, they will want and expect you to come back and talk again. But before all that, there is something I need to ask you. When was the last time you gave yourself the opportunity to be visible? I bet you can't remember. Let's start with a painful truth. People don't pay attention to anything that doesn't affect them emotionally. Millions of signals flow through our brains in a matter of seconds. It filters information and keeps it ready for you to use. If you want to attract attention, you need to arouse curiosity, admiration, surprise, or empathy. To achieve this, you must first manage your own psychology. Let me tell you a secret. There are 3 basic psychological pillars that make someone unmissable: energetic clarity, intentional vulnerability, social contrast. Let's look first at clarity of energy. You've probably known someone who didn't like to talk much, but when he walked into a room, everyone turned their heads. He wasn't flamboyant. He wasn't loud. He didn't try to prove himself. But his presence said, "I know who I am, and I don't have to prove it." That is clarity. It is not an ego, but a psychological superiority. When your ideas, emotions, and body language are unified and in harmony, people feel it. Because most people are in inner chaos. And when they sense your inner order, they cannot be indifferent to you. It is not a question of dominance. It is a matter of inner harmony. And yes, it is something that can be developed. If you know someone like that, tell me in the comments who it is. Let's see if this person is someone very close to you or someone ordinary. Now the person with these traits will no longer be your spouse, friend, or relative. It will be you. You will be the person with these characteristics. When you enter a situation, start by clarifying what you want. Do you want to be heard? Do you want respect? Do you want connection? Then behave, speak, and act as if you already have it. Let's take the second power, intentional vulnerability. This part is interesting to most people because we have been taught since childhood to be strong, don't show weakness, keep your cool. But here's where we get it backwards. Vulnerability is attractive. Remember a time when someone really opened up to you. That moment of vulnerability. He wasn't looking for hyperbole. He wasn't looking for any kind of attention from you. It was completely real, pure, and human. In that moment, you saw that person. You felt their weakness, their helplessness, and you never forgot it. Intentional vulnerability is knowing when and how to show a layer of yourself. Not oversharing, not self-pitying at all. It's connecting by opening up enough, but keeping your self-esteem intact. Because true attention doesn't come from perfection. It comes from connectivity. And when you have the courage to say, "Look, this is me, and I'm still growing," people come closer. You don't have to be a perfect person. You just need to have a purpose and a philosophy. And here we come to the third psychological power, social contrast, the ability to create social contrast. Look, the human mind doesn't notice things that are constant. If everyone is quiet, even a whisper attracts attention. But if everyone is shouting, a silent pose becomes the scene itself. It immediately attracts attention because the human brain likes difference. Think about it. People act cool. It's to attract attention. They try to create an aura. What we call attention most of the time is just noticing the person who is out of the ordinary. That's why I'm not saying do the opposite of what others do. But I am saying that what makes you stand out from the crowd is your similarity. Creating social contrast is you showing your own color. Whether it's the way you dress, your body language, the way you speak, or the style you use. In order to stand out in people's minds, one detail is enough to make you different. Let me give an example. When everyone else is taking notes in meetings, make direct eye contact. When everyone else is sharing their perfect life on social media, you describe a real moment of struggle. At a party, don't focus on the one person who is the center of attention. Pick the one who is best for you and pay attention to him, her. People will forget you, but they will never forget a courage that defies reality. Because attention is born not only where the light shines, it is also born when a match is struck in the dark. Human beings pay attention to the white dot in a black painting. And perhaps the most important thing is this: to attract attention, not to get approval. To influence, to trigger a thought, an emotion, a transformation. If you can use these three powers together, people will not only notice you, they will start following you, because curiosity is what drives people. Curiosity creates excitement, and that brings all the focus on you, because you are no longer just a person. You have become an experience that exists. Now stop and ask yourself this question: do I really want to be seen? Or am I just afraid of being seen? Because attracting attention also means responsibility. It means putting yourself out there. Sometimes it means risking criticism, no matter how negative. But that's where development starts. What you have to offer to people is not just your words, but your presence. And when that presence carries the right energy, the right emotion, and the right impact, you leave a lasting mark on people's minds, not just a moment of attention. It creates a photo album in their minds that they can always look back to. Remember, you don't have to please people or imitate someone to get attention. Your difference is the realness that is already in you. And when people notice it, you are not only visible, you are remembered. Now it's your turn. Why do you think people might not notice you? In which areas do you need to create energy, emotion, or difference within yourself? Write in the comments and let's think together. Remember, your journey can inspire others. You can cause one more person to discover their potential. Because here we don't just learn, we transform together. Because this is a PsychoGrowth Workshop.